Well, hi there on this Thursday afternoon. It is lovely to be able to come and share a thought with you again this week. It's been 2 weeks since last we met like this. Last I shared a thought with you, I've been away. I've had a break for a couple of weeks and it really has been lovely. It's been a time just to stop, just to think about everything that's been happening over these last 4 months, thinking about what happens now, both personally and as a family, but also as a church, thinking about what does the future look like as we try to find our way out of this lockdown and into something different and something new. A lot of the conversation that we've been having back in the early days of lockdown is how we don't want things to be the same when we come out of it, how we really would like things to be different. And we've been thinking about, maybe you've been thinking about in your own life, what is it of your life or in the way that we did things before everything had to stop, that maybe you're not in a hurry to get back to, or maybe you don't want to get back to it all. What would you like to be different in a post-lockdown society? And one of the things that I remember us thinking about and a lot of conversation around was how much we have undervalued our healthcare workers and how much we have overvalued our celebrities. And when we look at what our healthcare workers have had to put up with and what they've had to earn, and we compare it to some of our professional sportsmen and women, and we look at the discrepancy, and we think to ourselves, can we really continue like that? Is that really the way we want it to be when we come out of lockdown? And there was all conversations and real hope that things might be different. And yet this week, when I look at the news, and I look particularly at the sports news and how the transfer window has reopened, and suddenly we're talking about players moving from club to club and salaries and things like that, and look at the demands that are out there and what clubs are willing to pay, and I wonder myself, will things really be different? Will things really change? Or are we just slipping back into the way things were? And not only in that area of our culture and our society. I was just thinking on Sunday evening, just here in our home, and seeing how busy and loud the streets were on Sunday night, the night before a bank holiday Monday. The rowdiness and the drunkenness on the streets here in Cookstown, and wondering to myself, have we learnt anything? Will anything be different? And then I'm reminded of something that we often tell our children as we try to raise them and encourage them in things. And one of the things that my wife and I would say to them is that you cannot control what other people do or say to you, but what you can control is how you respond. We can't control what other people do, what other people choose to do, but what we can control is what we choose to do. And that's not just good parenting advice, that is scriptural advice. In Romans 12 verse 18, God says to us, as far as it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. You see, God is recognizing that we have no control over what other people do or say, but we do have control over what we do and say. And so if we do want things to be different, if we want things to change coming out of the lockdown period to what they were before we went into lockdown, then as far as it depends on you, and as far as it depends on me, let's be different. Let's make a difference. Let's make a change. It might only be in your personal life. It might only be in your own family. It might be in your little corner of the office in the workplace, or in your part of the ministry of your church. But as far as it depends on you, things can be different. So don't be afraid to make a change in your life. Don't become despondent when you look at things around you and they just seem to be going back to the way they were. As far as it is possible, as far as it depends on you, the world can be different, starting in your little corner of the world. So I encourage you in that to think about, what is it that you don't want to go back to? What is it that you want to be different? And as far as it depends on you, make a change, make a difference. I hope that you are staying safe. I hope that you are being sensible in all that you do. Others might not be, but that doesn't mean that you and I can't be safe and can't be sensible in the things that we do. Take care of yourself, take care of those who are in your care. Stay safe, and God bless. Bye-bye.